Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njeru. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here that any other time we have a man on board, that man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. But because today we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches. And the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, kindly subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, leave a good comment, and the contacts of my guest will always be on my Facebook page, Jenga Njeru. So kindly follow me on Facebook at Jenga Njeru so that you get these updates in real time. Sasa, our guest today is Nicholas Chege. Nicholas Chege is 54 years old. Nick was born and raised in Kenya. He's a Kenyan citizen living in the United States. And watu wengi ambao wanaishi sana watu wengi ambao wameenda States wanaendaga kwa sababu ya kikazi, and that is what happened to Nick. The reason why I am saying this to Nick is because Nick is very vocal on social media, and Nick's voice inajulikana sana, but anatumia majina tofauti, watu wamemnickname, and most people know him. So he doesn't want to show his face. But that does not mean that he is not interested in a wife. And the kind of questions that I ask to every guest are the same questions that I asked him. And those are the now reports that I'm giving on his behalf. I told you that on the Matchmaker show, we do not discriminate against. Reason being, everyone has a place here. And I believe whether you come from this part of the world or the other part of the world, this show has a place for you. So Nick is 54 years old, married but divorced. You could be asking yourself, why is a 54-year-old man single? Nick was married, and you know that sometimes when it is not working here in Kenya, when it is not working where you are, you'll always go out there to look for greener pastures. And what happened is that Nick is this kind of person mwenye anapenda familia, a family man, a father of two, a boy and a girl. Na wakati alienda US, alienda wakati ambao watu, unajua, when you go there and maybe things have not been going so well here, you want even your family to come where you are so that you can raise children together, mambo kama hiyo. So walienda mwaka wa 2009. Na wakati walienda huko, I think there is what we call culture shock. I think what happens in Africa is completely different from what happens in other part of the world. For example, in Africa, the man is the head of the family. I'm not disputing the fact that the man is the head of the family in other parts of the world. That is not what I'm saying. My point is, when you come to this part of the world, you realize that there is so much detail in authority. There is a lot of detail that comes with authority. For example, there are things you cannot do to the man. There are things you cannot do to the father. There are things you cannot do to the head of the family. For example, there are things you cannot do. There are lines you cannot cross. For example, hawezi jibizana na mzee unless the man is incapacitated or else. Ama when umemweka. In Africa, you don't jibizana na mzee. The word of the man is final. He's the head of the family, the beginning and the end. Otherwise, even when you are disagreeing with his policies, you have to do it politely. There is some decorum. But when he went there, he realized that things are completely different. You are working here, the wife is working. The same kind of salary you're getting, the wife is getting. So, kama umechoka hivi na yeye amechoka. Hakuna ati kumwambia nini. So, things began to change. The wife began to change according to him. I have not heard from the wife side of the story, but anasema wife yake akabadilika sana, wakaanza kumujibiza, wakaanza hata kumjibu, na mpaka watoto wenye amerezi, watoto wadogo wakimheshimu na nini, mpaka anawaita na hawezi itika. So he realized that it is becoming worse than he could handle. Ikaendelea hivyo, wameenda 2009. Wameendelea 2013, 2015 he couldn't take it anymore. It reached a point where you see now these are young adults, ni watu wakubwa na ni watu ambao hata saa hii wanaona ni watu wazima. Hata wakijibizana na wewe, huyo mtu si ati ako na influence ya the other side, si ati huyo mtu ako na, ni mtu mzima mwenye anaweza make decisions. so akaona this is too toxic for him, and it reached a point that very worse for him. He found his wife cheating, caught her red-handed. Can you imagine the kind of pain you could feel if you were Nick? So caught wife cheating red-handed. Unfortunately, this is America. This is the United States, the most powerful nation in the world, the superpower, where the rule of law prevails, and everyone else tries to mirror themselves through the lenses of the United States when it comes to the jurisdiction of the rule of law. So sheria hapo, hakuna kuchukua sheria mkononi. In Africa, you can even beat somebody, you can do whatever you want. In fact, I've seen people who have suffered less. I have seen men and women who have been placed in fridges because they were caught red-handed. Men and women have been buried in this part of the world when they were caught cheating. In Africa, it doesn't work like that. If you want to spend the rest of your life in jail, if you want even to be executed, if you want to spend the rest of your life behind bars, that is exactly what you will do. Chukua sheria mkononi. So mtu akipiga alarm, ukuwa umeassault, utakutana na sheria. So he realized he does not want to spend the rest of his life in jail. This is a woman who has decided to be promiscuous, and so he couldn't handle it anymore. As an African man, what do? You just let it go, na akaiwachilia. So since 2015, after, alikuwa ananiambia hizo images zilikuwa zinamkuta because he met them in the act. I know you know what I mean. He met them in the act shamelessly, and they even had the guts to finish. And it is very, very painful, very, very, very painful. And it is known everywhere because he took some recordings, some pictures ya evidence. Unajua kuna ile kitu unaweza ambiwa ati kuna sijui uko na inaitwa excuse. Kuna excuse, oh, unataka kutupa mtu, unataka kufanya nini. No. These are not rumors. He has the photos. He has even some clips. And he said he can play them any day, anytime. He's just keeping them for evidence. Akazipeleka pale, akazipresent. And they have what we call an official divorce. So if you're coming to Mr. Nick, I want you to know that the divorce is official. When infidelity has been caught red-handed, there is nothing you can do about it, in as much as reconciliation. If the differences are irreconcilable, there is nothing you can do about it. And that is exactly what happened. And now the man is single since 2015. And he told me to shoot this video today. On the 7th of August 2015 is a day he will never, ever, ever forget. This is the day that the mess happened, and he believes that he can begin a conversation. He can start a conversation today. Ukiniona nikiangalia angalia hivi, I'm expecting some guests, and they know where I am. Ukiona nikiangalia angalia hivi, they know I'm waiting for them. Kuna guest wanakuja. So yeah, they know where to find me. That's why I was giving them direction. So this is what happened. And now Mr. Nick is single and searching. He is looking for an opportunity to have another, haiwezi enda namna hiyo. He cannot remain single forever. He cannot be a single man forever. He cannot be the same person mwenye niondelee hiyo attention. Sikuwe distracted pale. Sawa. Hataki kuwa, naonyeshe misuli. Hataki kuwa the same old man mwenye akona bitterness. Hataki kuwa the same man mwenye life yake ni kama ilisambaratika. Because even after all that, even after the divorce, anasema ni kuhila na hii wife ameolewa. So wife got married to somebody else, and just like that imekuwa. So as we're speaking right now, it is important to note that the man is officially divorced. The papers are there. There is nothing like shared custody. Now these are adults. Their children are adults, young adults. Wanajifanyia kazi. The man is 54 years. Na amesema yeye kwa sababu he has been investing since 2015. Alikuwa amenunua nyumba. He had bought a home na through mortgage. Na amesema that thing was a turning point in his life. That thing was a turning point in his life. So what happened is that wakati alifanya nini, alimaliza, wakati aliona hiyo kitu imekuja, alimaliza mambo yake, akalipa deni, akauza nyumba. So he's been investing here. So he has been investing in real estate. Hata amejenga huku. Anasema hajioni in the US in the next 3 years. in the next 3 years he's coming to Kenya. So hata mtu akisema ati waende US, the only thing that can happen ni kutembea, otherwise they will settle here and their settlement will be in Kenya. So if you're interested, Mr. Nick is 54, anatafuta mtu ambaye ako 45 kwenda juu. Anasema hawa watu wadogo kidogo kidogo wanaogopa na hataki kuongeza mtoto mwingine. Anasema bora huyo mtu akuwe between 45 and 50, asizidi 50, akuwe 45 to 50. Na hataki mtu ambaye atamzidi umri, na huyo mtu akuwe mcha Mungu, mtu ambaye pia hata kama atakuwa na watoto hana shida, because you see he's not going to rear other kids. I mean, he's not going to sire other kids, na watoto wake wanaelewa that it was a heated divorce, they know what their mother did. Hata watu huku wanajua, watu ambao wanawajua. Na another thing, yeye ni wa Kiambu. Okay, so Nick ametoka Kiambu. Chege is from Kiambu, na he believes that he can get a match on our show. He said that he will give an email for reasons I started speaking when I began the video, and I told you that I want to deconstruct something here. Wakati mtu anapeana contact, a contact can be anything including social media, account mudm, anaweza peana namba yake ya simu, anaweza peana email. Kama mtu anakuanga na namba moja, I wish somebody who has been on the show can testify. Kama unakuanga na namba moja ya simu, alafu ipeanwe online kama kwa matchmaking, and there are people who are interested, you can be surprised by the number of people who will be calling you directly, mfululizo, day and night, mchana na usiku watu wanakupigia. Then don't forget this show is being watched by people from different parts of the world. So wengine wanapiga mchana, kwao ni mchana, wanapiga usiku, kwao ni usiku. This is an international show. So mtu akiamua kupeana email yake, we respect that. I told you that I post these contacts on my Facebook page, because on my stories, because even within those 24 hours, ni kama status za WhatsApp, even within those 24 hours, interested people will have contacted, na huyo mtu ni reach out. Kama hajapata ataniambia nirudishe, na tutarudisha sawa sawa. So come fast, come served. That's why I told you to subscribe to the channel, so that every other time I release a new video, YouTube notifies you. When you see a title that you would be interested in, unakimbia pale Facebook, unajichukulia hiyo number, and then you can always call the guest at your own convenient time, because after 24 hours the number will expire. That is why it is very important for you to subscribe and then enable the notification bell. When you've done that, every other time I release a new video, YouTube notifies you. Then unakimbia pale Facebook Jenga Njeru page, unachukua number, unapigia guest, unamwandikia, and things like that. Okay, so I wish Mr. Nick the very best of luck. Na alisema yeye akipata he will appear on the show. It is a painful story. Unaona ile uoga unakwanga nayo, like I was a good man, I don't know why she cheated on me. I was a man who used to provide. I have never been violent all my life. I loved my family, things like that. Then he was cheated. He was telling me he doesn't even understand why bad things happen to good people, and because he's a good man, he's a church man. Na watu wengi ambao pengine watu wa Boston hata wanamjua. Aliniambia nikisema Nick, watu wa Boston wanamjua. So yeah, so that's it, and I wish Nick the very best of luck, and I hope that he will get a match from our show, and once he does, that's our joy. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to like this video, to follow me on Facebook, and if you find that Nick is a vibe and you could be interested, let me know in the comment section. Leave a positive comment. Always like the videos on this channel. They help to recommend other viewers from different orientations. We wish you well, all the singles out there. Good luck, God bless. See you next time. This is Jenga Njero. Bye.